As always, I'm here at Main Street Window Tinting. I had plans, we all had plans today to work at Chris Lee's, but Chris wasn't feeling good. So here, you can kind of see the crack going all the way to here. See it? There you go. Look, you can see it good. Okay, so I made a cardboard template going from hither to hither, just to brace this. And the kind of reason I did it the way I did is to be able to get in here with this thing, which is going to be tricky to get all the way down in there to sand that, but we're going to try. So that's kind of what I'm getting ready to do now, is try to clean all of this to where it is going to be clean enough to weld. I made me a CAD template, a template in CAD, and then I made this steel brace here that just kind of fits there like that. And yeah, that's what we needed. I'm gonna have to do a little bend. It ain't sitting 100% flush, as you can see, but a slight bow in it, it ought to be golden. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work. All right guys, so I tacked right there to hold the door together. I got a tack there and there. I'm gonna have to weld this in little short increments. Duck's letting me use the welder to do it. But I'm gonna have to get like a damp towel to put up here so I don't screw, and weld really short sections so I don't screw up my Raptor liner out there. But this is gonna be stronger than anything else I could do to it to make this door last. Rather than putting a whole door on, I'm saving this one. So I'll be back. I had to hold that down. Don't judge these welds.
Are we gonna judge?
Did it burn in there? Nope, it ain't burnt it.
Uh-uh. Alright, look at that towel smoking.
Look at that, guys. I didn't burn through the Raptor liner. That looks like shit. I painted it black. I definitely can't weld like Duck can, but that shit's on there. And it's holding. Yeah, I'm gonna put this cover back on here, hope it hides some of it. So when we pulled this thing in here, well, when I pulled it in, and I drove it here and it was fine. But when I started out there, pulled it in here, and hit my door popper, there was bad static in my tweeters. Well, my horns. I shut it off and turned the key back on, and bad static, and then it would go away. I had every speaker out of the fucking doors, trying all kind of shit, thinking I had a wire fucked up somewhere. Come to find out, the other 300x4 that I had here running my horns, that bitch has got issues. It didn't even dawn on me until I had the door open looking here, and it stuck in protect. But it sounded like the horns were working, but it's stuck in protect. So I had to pull it out. I'm not using 2 channels on here, but the problem is that these wires are too fucking short, so I gotta move this down here. But I'm gonna hook my horns to the other 2 channels of that and let that bitch eat until I can order a new amp. So I got that in. Believe it or not, it sounds really good. I had to adjust the horns down on that little 300x4, but it's still got an issue. All the static that it had is gone, except when I shut the door, which you heard something in there falling. Something's loose down there. But anyway, when the radio is on and I hit the button, it has a pop. Only on this door, only on the driver door. I can unhook one speaker wire for each side of the horns and it'll still pop. I can unhook the horns from the amp completely and it won't pop. So I don't know. I checked all the wiring in this door, where it runs through the boot, into the vehicle, on back, and everything's good. I just don't know why I got a pop in one friggin' door. So I'm gonna leave it. It'll go to sundown like this. I'll have to run all new wires maybe to the horns. I rerouted them in there today. On both doors, I rerouted the horn wires. It does window up, window down. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Anyway, I'm getting ready to pull this thing out so we can pull Paul's Explorer in and set gains in it. He's wanting to redo his gains totally. I brought the DD1 multimeter, so we'll go and jump on that real quick. And Dustin's making A-filler pods. I don't know. I'll be back. So I already tested his head unit with the DD1. I got 3 amps set, which the 3 that the speaker output's face this way. I got the gain set there. And then I'm getting ready to start on the 3 on this side. I had to close the door for a minute. The carbon dioxide coming out here was killing me. Got my leg wet from the moisture in the exhaust, but we're setting the gains in here because he got the LF audio bass knob installed. And it changes RCA voltage, and as you guys know, I tell you, anytime you change something, redo your gains just to be safe, because you don't know, they could be off one way or the other. So we went through and we reset everything, and his head unit, you know, we had to find out where it was dirty at. It's a little Sony cheap unit. It goes to volume 50. 46 was clean, 47 was clipping. So that'll kind of give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. So jangling at mothers. Still got something crazy in my door acting up, guys. I started it up to move it out and it's got bad engine noise, and it did not have that when I got here. Like, all of that happened when I shut it off outside. And when I went to pull it in here to weld that door, that's when it started acting up, is when I pulled it in. It started acting up before I welded on it, but it's crazy. So I'm gonna have to get these gains set, pull this out, bring jangling in, and pull the whole door panel off the driver's side. What's crazy is if I open the driver door, the engine noise goes way down. When I shut it, it gets crazy. I can wiggle the boot and it changes. But I know all the wires are clean going through the boot because I've already checked them. So I have no clue, guys. None. It's driving me fucking bonkers. But I'll get to the end of it. Trust me. But anyway, I'm going to get back on this. So, peace. I got this thing all done. We got all the speaker wires back in the amplifiers. Somebody's down under here. They're a bitch. Really, the only one that's a pain in the ass is this one under here. Cause he's got like two at the bottom, 2 middle, 2 top. Now this side here, this is all gravy. Here you got that one, yeah, that one, and then this one. So, but that side's a little trickier. But anyway, we done with it. I'm getting ready to have him turn it on, test, and then I got to bring up. We on it now. So I had this whole door panel off over there, pulled every wire out of the friggin' door, checked everything, and I found a wire that went from here to here that apparently got behind this door panel. It's the positive wire, and it looks like it rubbed through. So what I've been doing, I put these in, turn the radio on, hit the door popper, no pop with the door shut. Which was weird, it only did it with the door shut. But then I turn around, I put these 2 speakers in, I shut the door, I opened it, all good. Start the Jeep, no static, because it had bad static when I would start it. So then I put these 2 in, I did the same exact test and no noise at all. So now I'm getting ready to put the last two in. So if I put these two mids in here and I hear some pop or static or whatever, I will know that it's coming through this. Why that amp died that I had earlier, like why this amp died, I had no clue. I don't know why it died, but it was in protect with all the speaker wires unhooked. So I don't know. But I'm running it off this one little 4-channel. So I'm thinking about getting another one of these, or we have one of this 800 before. It's like 200 per channel, because this only does 300 at 1 ohm per channel. And it's full bridge. And oh shit, how'd I get so dirty in here? Okay, probably taking it off. But anyway, guys, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I would rather have half bridge amps for mids and highs. They just sound so much better. I mean, run what you got and you can afford, because I had this thing on them full bridge amps for years and it sounded good, but I think it sounds better with this shit. Anyway, I'm gonna get these last two speakers in and see what I got. Got the whole door back together. There's no noise. There's no noise when I hit the popper. I got all the lights on. I wired it all up on a battery button so I can leave it like this, parked in the evening, it like shows. And there's a nighttime show coming up for lights and stuff. So anyway, that's what it's gonna look like when I'm demoing up in there. But guys, that shit drove me bonkers. I think that 4-channel might have been out for a hot minute, because the horns ain't seemed that loud in a while. Like, they have not seemed that loud. Now, I'm just running them off 2 channels of that amp. So anyway, that's about all I got for you guys for today. Like, we done some shit. Dustin, he ain't really touched the old Bobby Yaga. He's working on it, but he hasn't done it yet. So we're kind of on pause. We're on pause. We did a little bit of tuning on this bad boy. I'll let y'all get a peek in here. Yeah, we did a little tuning on Duck's bike. Got that piece of shit all done. Deb's Blazer, it's fucking washed and ready to go. So anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with whatever the hell I got going on tomorrow. We got Paul's shit, his amps, gains are all set. So we got this motherfucking door welded so I can actually give myself a fucking demo. Don't look at that shitty fucking weld. Look at it. Oh, God. That's the difference between Duck's weld and an amateur. Because I'm pretty much amateur. And I haven't welded in years. Ever since I moved to the new house that we're in 3 years ago, I haven't welded since then. When I had my welder at home, I welded a lot. But it is what it is, guys. That shit'll hold. And that's all that really matters. Sunday morning, I've already been out here working. Look at that under there. Oh, yeah. Deb wanted lights in the floor to match them, so I hooked it up. We'll close the door so she can see it better. But you can see them. But that's what she wanted. She didn't want like a stripper pole wrap or nothing. So I put her lights under the dash floor. We're just doing the final little things that we need to do before we go to the sundown show. That thing needs a bath right there. But hey, it's pretty much ready to go. So I just put Deb the ultra bright light strip in there that works off of the driver door, which she just closed the driver door when we walked up. Ain't that some shit, guys? So let me reach over here. I can get the dang stripper pole. But look at that. That's bright as shit. And it's off. So I got to get a boatload of zip ties and stuff to tighten this up. Okay, this is the new wire for under the dash. This is the new wire for the dome light. So those have to be put in. I'm gonna need some of the loopy ones too, bud. But yeah, I'm getting ready to tighten all this up. And then this vehicle will be ready for the show. And we gotta work on jangling because I had that amp die yesterday. I still got a power and a ground hanging here that's live. And I gotta take out an RCA, which means I gotta disconnect. I gotta cut these, replace all this shit. So it's just minuscule bullshit at this point. But we're out here getting it all day, every day, pretty much. So anyway, I'm gonna get started on this. Okay, so you're probably wondering, what the hell is that? And I got this taken down because we had to pull that RCA out of there, which means I had to pull the DSP out to get that RCA because you can't reach in there. But what I had done, I just put this in with one screw to hold it there. That's our new little ion. It's a 1600.4. That's 240 by 4 at 4 ohm, 400 by 4 at 2 ohm. And I was thinking about replacing this with this because they sent me this to test and do videos with. But anyway, I'm not going to. It handled 16 volt just fine. But the problem is, you see where the speaker wires are at versus all my speaker wires are the length for this. So really, the only way I could make this shit work is to pull everything out, run this amp straight up and down here, and this one like right over here, which too much work for now. Because at that point, I don't think my power wires would go from here to there. No, no, no. So anyway, that is what we got going. Yeah, but I did test it, and these little amps are pretty beast. This is what Dustin has on his Harley, and that thing's loud. But they do rated power. That's no problem. It's just they're so small that I don't trust that amp not being tested at all on 16 volt to try to go to the sundown show. That's the problem. Because, you know, my luck, I put it in today. I'm not going to dry this thing much this week. I'll leave out Friday morning, headed to sundown, and I get halfway there and the amp burns up from 16 volt. Don't want to risk it. But I mean, other than that, it's golden. It handled 16 volt just fine. I did hook RCAs into it, the set that was still connected. And I did go in the house. That's why you see them speaker terminals right here. That's why you see them out, or right there. Is because I did get one of my old mids piece speaker wire, hooked it up to test it fully loaded, and it worked fine on 16. With that being said, we did get the other two power wires that went to this all the way out. Deb's wearing the RCA cable as like some cool ass fashion attire. The impact's still there from where I unhooked the other speaker wire, so no fire hazard going into the sundown show. Fully done. Well, no, I got the hood up because it needs power steering fluid. And it, guys, it's a bitch to put power steering fluid in this thing. Can you see the power steering? Yeah, way back there. Under the alternators? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's a bitch to put power steering because you literally have to reach like under there to do it. But we don't have none. I got the hood up as a reminder that it needs power steering fluid. Keep in mind when I built this, if you go back and watch my old videos when we built the Blazer, I put a brand new pump on it, which means I had to buy a tool to get that pulley off the front. I put a brand new pump on here, and you can still tell the lines. I put brand new lines on it, and this bitch leaks power steering fluid. Where, I don't know. But it's a fucking AutoZone pump. So, yeah. Anyway, we got shit going on, but I'm gonna finish this up because I do need to put the zip ties back up there to hold them RCAs in place and shit like that. So it is what it is, guys, but we're getting it knocked out. I got two of these fans and they work really great. They were what was in here. I had them mounted like that, blowing down on the amps, but the problem is they're so big that there's nowhere to put them in here. But Deb come up with a great idea. I can have them laying loose in there, tap them into my wires, roll the window down and then roll it up on them just to hold them in place like this to where they blow out. So I gotta pull the feet off, and I'm gonna tap me a wire into these fan wires here or hither, either or. Yeah, right down here. It's on that big white shelf straight in behind where that was at, a whole spool of it. She couldn't see the wire. It's sitting like right there in the open. But I might have to go get it. And the other fan. Anyway, I'm getting ready to try to do this shit. Apparently Deb's idea was on point. Here's my wiring that'll come from my fan switch. I gotta put ends on that and ends on this. I zip tied them together, heat shrink that. And with this door shut at the show, I always had the back open. With these fans going, they'll be able to suck fresh air right down through here, blow it out so it ain't all pulling, because you know hot air rises, right? So these amps will be like toasty and it'll just come out. And what we had determined, I bought both of these amps around the same time, like probably within a few months of each other. And the other one, if you remember, it was discolored as shit. Upon looking, it wasn't discolored from like sun fade. That bitch was discolored from running extremely hot. Because with this amp bridged at a 4 ohm load, is what I had it, it's supposed to do like 240 per, you know, per 2 channels. And right now it's getting 120 per channel at 4 ohm regular. And it's killing them horns. Like the horns are loud as shit. Way louder than they ever were. I think my other Depon stamp was just going bad. Yeah, I think it was just literally like dying. So anyway, I need to find a clever way. I'm thinking about running this like over here. Somehow, I don't even know what I was filming. Somehow over here, that way I can plug in like that. So I'm gonna try to snake it through the RCAs right there. That way it'll kind of hang down somewhere over here with my ends on it, and I can just plug in without having it right on the RCAs. So I need to get me a couple more screws, guys, and my little impact. Deb's in there trying to figure it out. We'll get it though. I ain't gonna lie, we'll get it. All right, I'll be back. We got it ran across here. Notice how I dipped it down here. I have an RCA, or I mean a zip tie, right over here. Get in there. It'll be cranked down something like this. So see, we're away from the RCAs. And then all I got to do is like put ends on that, put ends on this where they'll plug together. And it'll kind of be out of the way. Deb's already getting me the ends. But yeah, I think this is good. Now I did tap into a fan wire right back here, but Deb done kind of hit it. So when these fans come on, them fans come on. By having quick disconnect plugs on it, then that tells me, you know, I can take this out, unplug it, probably throw it behind the seat because I don't think I got anywhere else in here that I can put the mug at. Yeah. But guys, one thing I wanted to point out, this was definitely, it was all Deb's idea. So I got to give her credit for that. But I'm doing this with shit that I've had laying around the house. Like, it ain't cost me nothing but a little bit of time.
Repurpose.
I ordered these damn ends from Temu, dirt cheap, like cheaper than Amazon. This wire, this is some like 16 gauge OFC wire. Yeah, see, focus, damn it. See, copper zinc wire, 16 gauge. I ordered this shit off of Amazon, dirt cheap, like a year and a half ago for something. And it's fine to power them. Like, look how big this wire is. Look how big them wires are. So it's plenty. But definitely didn't cost me shit to do this. Just time. So I have had a problem, like it made of steel. That 500 by Ford I took out of here, it actually protected from heat. So that's why, kind of why I'm doing this. trying to keep everything away. Now, obviously this here, I can't really get it away from them power wires, but with that big insulator on it being right there at the wires, I don't think, and the down for sound wire or RCAs have been good so far. I mean, I did have that bad one last weekend, but every other one's been great. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to work. All right, guys, so, oh yeah. Come on, let me turn the camera around. Well, hold on, Deb, you stand in front of it. See her hair blowing? So, I mean, it's got a good amount of air, which is why I chose them when I had them on her sub amps in here, but that's all good. All right, you can go ahead and kill the fan now. And I want to actually turn it back on. I want to see if I can feel it pull a draft through here. Actually, yeah, I can feel air moving through there, like really good. So it's pulling air. So it should keep them amps cooler. And I mean, that don't look terrible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that don't look terrible. Shit, I don't know what time it is, babe. What time is it? You got your what, 10?
10.
So it's only 10 a.m. We have done quite a bit already this morning, getting these two old rascals ready. I do need to wash this thing some point before the show, and I definitely need to mow my yard. I had to get this stuff out of there I used yesterday to take it in the house. But yeah, free. And I'm not, hold on, I'm not gonna say it was like free because I had to buy that shit at some point. But them fans have been sitting in my tool room here on my shelf for a couple years. Probably 2. Because I did buy Deb the fannies. So they've been sitting on a shelf. So it's cool to repurpose old shit like that you have laying around. Now, is it ideal that it's not permanently mounted? No, but the only time I need something like that, fans on my mids and highs amps, is if I'm going to be driving, or not driving, but parked for a long period of time giving demos.
In the heat.
Yeah, like driving to sundown, man, if it's kind of cool that day, I can just roll that window down and it's going to get fresh air. But normally I don't drive with the system like blasting, you know, so the mids and highs amps do really well, even with that window up. But when I'm parked giving demo after demo after demo with shit turned up, then they get warm. I don't know how that ZR1600 does because I've never used one. Whoa, no, Deb's used one long term in Death Note. So, my bad. We know it does all right. But anyway, I don't know what else I'm going to have for y'all today, but I'll be back with something. But guys, I was just trying to show y'all, you know, that you can take some shit you have laying around with a little bit of time and make something kind of cool that works. That's basically all I got. And, you know, it's working. I think it's going to work fine. Cleaned up the wiring and both. Got Deb's, all of her lights in. She cleaned her carpet and vacuumed this morning. I don't think there's really anything else I need to do to Jangalang. We need to check the air pressure in the blazer. I ain't worried about it on Jangalang because I think I put them tires at 35 before I went to Made of Steel.
You just emptied them and had to refill them.
And I did just check them the other day. That's right. So I know it's going to be good. Man, it's only like a 4.5 hour trip to sundown. 5 with my piss breaks because I'm getting older, guys. And when I drink that coffee in the morning, I'll have to piss like 12 times in the first hour. But after that, I'm fucking golden. So, damn, my hair is sweated wet. It ain't hot out here. It's just humid as fuck.
Before the sun even came out.
But I think right now we're going to clean everything up. And I'm going to take my ass and probably we got to go to the store and get power steering fluid for the blazer. You know, we're going Dollar Tree because they got that shit for $1.25 a bottle.
And we can keep spares.
It's just going to leak out anyway. But Might go by and get a coffee, and then I think I'm gonna try to mow this damn yard this evening, because I can't let it go while I'm at sundown next weekend. I can't let it go 3 weeks. All the rain that we've had, and the ground is so soaked that I should be knee high when I get back. But thank y'all for watching this shit. I'll be back at some point. See, when not in use, I can tuck it back behind itself. It ain't gonna go nowhere. The ends are insulated. So if I'm driving and I do turn my rear fans on, it ain't gonna interfere with nothing. It's a good distance. Like, look, I got a whole finger in there behind them RCAs. So this is speaker wires. It shouldn't have any effect on speaker wires at all. Windows back up. I've already stuck the friggin' fan. I don't even think you see it. Yeah, right there it is. Look at that. It's already behind my seat. Ain't worried about nothing, guys. So, yeah, I'm done for this morning. I don't know what else, Deb. I don't think she wanted to do a whole lot much. Yeah, I don't even know. Fucking English. It's my first language, but you would never know it. Anyway, I got an old canopy up there. It's like a Walmart canopy that I really need to break out and test it and see if it's all good. I got the 2 DS18 canopies for the vehicles to be under, but we need that hang out and chill canopy, you know what I'm saying? That goes behind all that with the lawn chairs and shit. So I really need to get that canopy out. Something's telling me that I think it got broke, but I don't think it did. I think it was my old DS18 canopy that got broke, but it didn't get broke. Shit, I don't know, guys. I need to pull it out and set it up, check it, just to be safe. Because I don't know. I'm going to have to take the McLaren canopy if that canopy's bad. And my job ain't going to be really happy if I'm sporting a McLaren canopy. You know what I'm saying? But who, I mean, if it's all I got, it's all I got, you know? So anyway, I think I'm gonna do that. And I do need to make a sticker. If you look, I'm missing a friggin' eye. I'm missing an eye. I'm gonna try just to print out an eye and stick in there and leave it be. That's all I'm gonna do. I ain't wasting I don't want to pull that all the way back off. I'm just gonna make an eye. I'm gonna take the eye out of the logo and just cut an eye. That's how we do it around here. Anyway, guys, I'm out for now. I'll be back later. But yeah, no eye. Ooh, the Sixth Lords. You know what that's about. We went to the store. I bought the smallest cable I could find. 99 cents a foot. I bought 2 foot. And these were 2 something. And these, you put the cable in and crimp it to hold it in place. So I'm gonna fix my weed eater, guys. I'm gonna show you how to do this for $5. Problem we always have with a weed eater is this damn string always breaks off right when you get to where you're cutting good. So yeah, we're gonna ditch that. This is what we're interested in right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this ready and I'll show you how I do it. I'll be back. So here is one side done. I just drilled a hole kind of beside where the string come out. I used a big double one in there, the single one out here to hold it out. And that's 6 inches of string on that side. So now you kind of get an idea what I'm doing with this cable. It ain't gonna break. Yeah, this shit ain't gonna break here. And I didn't get it with the coating on it. That's just a raw steel. But 99 cents a foot. And look, in 10 years when that wears out, I got more. I didn't know how much I'd need, so I bought 2 foot. All right, so guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is taking me 5 minutes. Like literally 5 minutes. I thought 6 inch might be a little too short, but I think it's gonna be just right. Maybe even a hair long. Cause it's a battery operated weed eater. But hell, let's put it on there. That went on like a fucking champ. Oh, Moses. Look at that, guys. I come up with a good idea every once in a while. Because last weekend the wife's like, every time she'd get the weed eater out, it would break the string. She'd be like 5 minutes in the weed eating, and it would break the string off inside, and she'd have to bring it to me. I'd have to open it up, and yeah, screw that.
Right.
Drill 2 holes, the $3 kit, and at Tractor Supply, where you get the cable, it's the smallest cable they had. Oh shit. I don't know if it'd take them big ones down, but no, them are dead. Oh shit. Nope. Yeah, I wouldn't try them super big ones.
I just wanted to check.
Yeah, but.
All right, bye.
So yeah, that smallest cable they had, and right above it was a shelf of them little crimp cable stop ferrule things. So if you want to do this with your weed eater, that's it. I'll show you the pack. Hold on. Ferrules and stops. 1/16, and that's the size cable I used. All right, bye-bye. Boop. I'm in the house. And I made my eyes for my windshield where I'm missing an eye. And look, I made a bunch of different sizes. So, yeah, I told you I wasn't replacing that whole fucking sticker. But, that's going to be it for this weekend's video. Deb weeded a little bit, and then she cleaned her blazer because she had like steel wool, and she just has some random shit in there. Like some miscellaneous screws, some working on it that all needed to come out. You got the screws and everything out, didn't you?
The screws?
No, she still got to do some cleaning on it. Like in her little
everything down with armor all.
Yeah, in her console cubby. She wiped jangling down. We started jangling, and it looked like my voltage wasn't creeping up fast enough, and I clamped my alternators, and one was putting out like 20 amp, and one was putting out about 14. Even revving it up, it didn't change. And I'm like, what the hell? So, yeah, I had the clamp on there, and what I learned was they wasn't changing. I'm like, maybe I got an alternator going back, because this thing ain't putting out a whole lot. And I had Deb turn all the fans on, like for the back fans and the underhood fan. And then they both jumped up to 60. So that was a good test. Idling without a load on them, they just ain't going to put out much. That's what I learned. Never really paid attention to that before. So I'm glad I did that little test. But we went ahead and checked the oil, put power steering fluid in the blazer. Deb still ain't checked her air pressure. I did jump on my mower and start mowing a little bit, and got one lap around the yard, and it started raining. I don't know if it's still raining, so I'm going to go out, and if it ain't raining, then I'm probably going to jump back on the mower. But first, I need to put my eye on, whichever one fit, I need to put it on, and that's pretty much it. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to end this bitch here. That way I can mow half of my yard, because that's all the gas I got.
We will have the amp
and
the bass knob.
Deb said somebody's buying her Harry Potter bass knob. So she already has that loaded. And we need to put that 4-channel that somebody's buying. My Def Bont's 500x4. We need to put that in the rides, as well as some zip ties. I need to put zip ties in it. Just got to remember the shit. But that's all I got for y'all, man. If you made it this far, as always, I appreciate you guys, especially like when I look at my Down for Sound affiliate link. You guys that use that, y'all are awesome. I appreciate the shit out of it. My Patreon guys, you know, y'all get, is that grass or grease up there? I don't know. But the Patreon guys and the YouTube members, y'all are VIPs. I always try to post something to Patreon before I post it here. And I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I hope to see a lot of y'all at sundown getting demos, because it's probably going to be my last video before I start that trip. As of now, we're pretty much ready, other than cleaning the wheels on Jangalang. I did buy some tire shine today for that bitch. You know me and that tire shine. But, yeah.
And the blazer was cleaned before.
Yeah, and Deb's already washed the blazer like last week. And the raining on it, it didn't hurt anything. So, anyway, thank y'all for using my affiliate links. And as always, guys, Peace out and bass on.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.